Hey guys, welcome to Drop Time, the self-proclaimed #1 podcast that covers the latest sneaker releases. We're your hosts with the most.
This is Jamal.
This is Luis. Make sure to check us out on Twitter at @droptime_ and also on Instagram at _droptime.
All right, today is August 15th. It was definitely not the busiest week last week, but don't worry, this upcoming week we definitely have a good amount of stuff happening. Europe, you guys are jam-packed with drops, but let's give you a quick rundown of what we'll see this upcoming week before we go into what happened in the previous week. So Sunday the 15th today, we are not going to see anything. Monday the 16th, also nothing scheduled as of now, but Tuesday the 17th, we will see the Adidas Forum Buckle Lows by Bad Bunny. It's going to be, I think, the third color. It's going to be the black colorway. We also see the Air Jordan 1 Mid SE Brushstroke Paint Splatter. This is going to be in Europe. Also, same exact colorway, but in Air Jordan 1 Low. And then last thing we'll see on Tuesday is the Nike Dunk High Light Chocolate. Then on Wednesday the 18th, we'll see the Nike Dunk Low Black Multi Camo. Women's Nike Dunk Low Yellow Strike, as well as the Purple Pulse on Wednesday. And then on Thursday the 19th, the women's Air Jordan 114 Low by Aleali, the Air Jordan 4 Retro Grade School DIY, Nike Dunk High SE First Use Grade School Green Noise colorway, the women's Nike Dunk Low Triple White, Nike Dunk Low Grade School Valentine's Day, women's Nike Dunk High Lemon Twist, and then finally to end off that busy Thursday, we'll see the Nike Dunk High 1985's Red Acid Wash. And on Friday, we are going to see the Undefeated Nike Pack, the 5 on it. It's going to be the Dunk Lows and their first one lows. They're going to be dropping on sneakers around the world. And then to end off the week, it's definitely a solid Saturday. We're going to see the Adidas Yeezy Boost 350 V2 Light, Air Jordan 1 High Pollens drop in Europe, Air Jordan 1 Low Pollen, and then to end it off, we will see the Air Jordan 12 Retro Utility. So, man, Luis, this is going to be a busy week.
Dude, that was literally 2 minutes of you just like saying sneaker names, bro.
That's it. Just listen.
I don't think we've like done that ever on the podcast. Like just 2 minutes of just straight like you just saying sneaker names.
Maybe in 2020, but yeah. This year, I mean, especially like the last like 3-4 months, no, it's not been like that. This is, I guess Nike is back on track, back to, I guess everything came off the ship so far. Everything's making it way, yeah, for now.
Yeah, that's quite hectic, man. But I look forward to all the stuff releasing, man. There's a lot of opportunities right there.
Oh yeah, too many opportunities. So that's good. I mean, it's nice to get back on track, and that's why we always try to tell people. If you don't hit a drop, don't worry. There's always another one, and you can see every single week. There's always something else to go after.
Exactly.
But before we break down what's coming up this upcoming week, let's go into a rundown of what we saw in the previous week. So on Sunday the 8th, we saw Sneakers Day in Europe. A bit of a bust. I think we broke it down a bit last week just because it had already happened, but it was a bit of a bust. Just to go into recap, they had a specific Air Jordan 1 Low Sneakers Day color. Retail was 110, resellers sitting about 160, 200. Not the best thing. I think the only thing that survived from this shoe is the fact that it was pretty hard to get just because it was only in Europe for Sneakers Day. But other than that, there was like pretty much nothing for Sneakers Day. So that's about all you need to know about that. But then on Monday, that was the start of a very interesting week. What did we see happen on Monday, Luis?
Yeah, Monday was the start of the Off-White Nike Dunk Low, the 50. I guess you could say collection because it's not just one shoe.
True.
There's 50 different colorways, which I wasn't aware of until like last week. And Jamal was like, "There's 50 different colorways," and I was like, "What, bro? I thought there were just 2." But
yeah, they made it like it was 2. But yeah, that's what I'm interested is. They never really broke down every single color, like gave like actually a good look at every color. So it'll be interesting to see as people get their shoes in what the colors actually look like.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be super interesting. But the most interesting here, man, is that it's to sneakers. It's exclusive access, so that means you just get a notification out of nowhere, and then you just gotta click on it, or you follow a Twitter account, and then we notify you when it's coming out, and you click on the link.
Sure.
Once you like get it, if you get access to it, you order it. But the cool thing is that you don't know which one you're gonna get in the mail. it's a random thing, and this happened Monday through Friday. So there's numerous opportunities people to get them. But one thing that was kind of iffy towards that I've been finding iffy is that a lot of people who are winning are people who've never actually won a sneakers pass before or sneakers
I
exclusive
noticed
access.
that. Yeah, it was a lot of people that they never. It's not even probably you saw. It was weird that was going on because do you remember how sneakers put out a thing that was talking about how exclusive access works? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And they're talking about it's like activity and all of this and that. That's what it was like for you. Like you're saying, like it's people that never won. I was also seeing it was people that hadn't even been on the sneakers app in like months
or years.
Yeah, and they were winning. They were getting the exclusive access, and then all these people that had been like extremely active weren't getting anything.
Exactly, man. I know one guy. I for a fact know he's never owned a pair of Nikes ever.
And he got
Jordans,
it.
And he got them, bro.
What?
And he got it. Bro. I was surprised,
yeah.
dude. Like this dude, like he's not into sneakers at all whatsoever. I just like see he posts exclusive, like he posted off whites. He copped like the screenshot, and I was like, what? I'm like, this makes no sense, you know, because there's a lot of people who are hardcore fans, you know, or actually sneakerheads who've been they want this shoe just for the toe, you know, not just to flip it. And I guess
no chance.
They have no chance at all whatsoever, dude. I've tried every single day of the week to get them.
Yeah.
Nothing, bro.
They say
either. They say it's every day, bro. You know, like Jake Paul, but it's not, bro. Exactly. It's not.
No, it's just the in theory, I think the concept was good to do exclusive access.
Yeah.
Based on how they supposedly were saying exclusive access functions. So, if exclusive access was seriously about activity and participation and all this stuff, by all means, I think this would have been a good way to go about it because then the whole concept is the people that actually want the shoe pretty much get the shoe or have the best chance at getting the shoe at least. But it obviously didn't go that way. I don't know. The concept was good. The thought was good, but I don't think the execution was that good. I don't think their systems were to the point that they were ready for something like this, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think so neither. I fully agree with you. But, you know, it is what it is, man. And hopefully they keep on doing exclusive access for the following week. I don't know if they are.
No, I think that was it. I think Virgil himself said that the exclusive access was only running that week.
Man.
So that's about it. That's that drop. So we'll just have to wait and see when people get them in hand, and hopefully we get to see some pictures at least.
Hopefully, man. Let's see what's gonna happen. But that was it for Monday. It's quite a really good start of the week. You know, something really, really fire. Off-whites. Everybody loves off-whites. But what happened on Tuesday, Jamal?
So on Tuesday, first thing we saw was the Nike Dunkleo Siders. These dropped on sneakers in Europe. Retail on them was $110. Resale right now sitting about $180 to $250. So not too bad at all. Hopefully we get a look at these in the US soon because I definitely think it's a very solid colorway. But that's not it. There was one other drop. I don't know how many people actually went for this drop, but there was one other drop on Tuesday.
So on Tuesday, we also had the Sakai Nike Blazer Low in the British Sand colorway. This release on sneakers, you know, they already released everywhere else. Retail $120, approximately retail $120 to $140. Like Jamal said, who really went after these? People who actually like this shoe. Do I like it personally? No, not at all. Do you like it, man?
Nah, I've never really cared for Blazer. Like the regular Blazers, the highs are okay, but lows, I never really cared for lows.
Makes sense. Yeah, it wasn't really much of a hit, and it's kind of like a whatever shoe. But yeah, that was it. That was it for Tuesday. What happened on Wednesday, Jamal? Anything cool?
Yeah, so on Wednesday, it was pretty much only one drop. What we saw on Wednesday was the Nike Dunkleo Sale Multi Camos. They've dropped in Europe already. These dropped now in the US on Sneakers, Footsites, Hibbett, a bunch of other places that get dunks. Retail on them is $110. Resale right now sitting about $160 to $250. So it was definitely a solid pickup. Hopefully people were able to cop that one. There was definitely lots of opportunities to go after that one. But that was the only thing we saw on Wednesday. And then on Thursday was the first few things we saw, Luis.
So on Thursday, we saw the Nike Dunkleo in the scrap colorway. This is Nike Desktop EU, Foot Locker EU, and BSTN. Retail $110, approximately resale $170 through $240. You know, this shoe is pretty cool. I like kind of the look it's giving, you know. But one thing though that I would like on this particular model would be like the distressed look, you know, because they say the shoe is called the Scrap Sea Glass, and you kind of assume when you find like glass in the sea, like sea glass, that it's like like distressed,
That's
it's
a good
kind of
point. Yeah.
worn. I would see this to apply it onto the shoe. So if Nike were to remake this, I'd like to see some more like a distressed look. That way it fit more the shoe.
That makes sense. I
Yeah.
agree with that. Yeah.
And the front of the shoe kind of gives me, and the side, like the front has like a kind of gives me like a retro vibe, because it's like circular. It doesn't really look like
That's
a
true.
regular
Yeah.
dunk. And the
Yeah.
side has like a little circle thing on the side. It gives me like 4 vibes. It's
I
like
would
a
agree with
weird.
that.
It's
No,
like a weird
it's
circle
different.
print.
I'm gonna be interested if they actually push this model a lot more and bring out a lot of colors. What would be interesting to see is if there's ever a collab with somebody, how they go about doing this. Just because there's so much going on with this shoe, I feel like there'd be a lot of different ways for like a brand to put their own twist on it.
I guess, yeah. The easiest one would be like Off-White. You literally just like unsew stuff and just cut a little.
True, and I feel like it's already like halfway there because it's already kind of like a deconstructed look.
Yeah, it does look deconstructed, but it doesn't look deconstructed enough.
True. So yeah, you gotta go full out. You got to the point where like your lace is just like hanging on, just dragging on the floor.
Maybe even just chew on a lace, for added effect.
There you
Yeah.
go. That would be an interesting one if they go to that extent.
Yeah, but that's not the only opportunity to chew on laces. We also had the women's Air Jordan 1 High Seafoam release on Thursday. This release are all regular Jordan retailers. Retail 170, approximate resale $200 through $250. One thing I have to comment about this model,
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the laces at all whatsoever. They just
those
throw me off.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't looked. I'm not sure if they come up with an extra pair, but I agree.
I hope so.
I would throw either like laces that were the same seafoam color or white laces or something. But yeah, I agree that. Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't know if the laces are really like making it better.
Also, Seafoam, like, where did they come up with that? That's light green to me.
That's a good question. There's a lot of names of colors that Adidas and Nike come up with. I always wonder who if they just have somebody specifically there that all they do is just come up with different names of colors.
Nah, it's a weird situation, man.
It
But
is.
that was only a weird situation on Thursday. We had a couple more. What were they, Jamal?
So what other thing we saw was the women's Nike Dunk High Up Summit White. There was 2 different colors. Luis will break down the second one, but this was one of the colors that dropped in Europe. It was at a good amount of retailers, Sneakers EU, and then other retailers that get Dunks. Retail on them was $120. Resell sitting about. Actually, let me see if these are loaded, because when we broke these down last time, they were not actually loaded on any of the resale platforms. So let's take a quick look and see if they ever got loaded up, because I'm interested to see if this is, because this is kind of like the Dunkleo scraps. This is a new model for Dunks. And it's interesting. It's kind of like on the I don't know if it's to the extent of the scraps, but it's definitely, there's a lot of extra added onto the Dunk. Right now they're sitting about, I mean, there's some sizes all the way down to 150, but about 160, 170, kind of in that price range. Price is pretty set. Not too many sales on them though, so it'll be interesting to see over time as people get pairs in what the prices settle at. But yeah, about like I would say 140 to about 170 is kind of the price point right now.
That's not bad.
Yeah, but it's an all-white Dunk. Usually they don't do that great, and I guess we can see that with the price point that they're saying right now. But there was one other color of the same one. They did 2 different colors. What was the other color we saw, Luis?
So the second color we saw was the pastel color. It's also released Sneakers EU. I was about to say Snankers. Sneakers EU. And other retailers that get Dunks, retail 120, approximately retail 150 through 190. So it's a little bit better than the Summit White, but at the end of the day, similar, just similar retail values right there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm more excited, man, about the sneaker that came out on Friday. This is more like the talk of the week. Everybody's super hyped. It was an interesting release. What was it, Jamal? What happened on Friday?
So what we saw on Friday was the Travis Scott by Fragment by Air Jordan 1 Low. So these were the same as the highs, but in low form, same colorway. Retail on them is $150. Resale is sitting about 700 all the way up to about 1300. I'm gonna see if there's any sizes that went past 1300. There actually are. Size 14. I don't know how realistic this is. Size 14 sitting about over 2,000. We'll see if anybody actually is able to sell a pair for that price, but definitely sizes are going up there, up close to 2,000, 1,700 is some of the sizes. They fluctuate back from like 15 to 1,700. So definitely lots of money in these. They were not easy to get. It was sneakers, raffles, and raffle on Travis Scott's site, which the raffle, I mean, I don't know who Travis Scott has running his stuff, but if I was him, I would start to rethink the people running it. I don't know if they're doing their best job.
They should have you run it.
I don't know about that. I don't know how much better I'm going to be doing. I'll just hand out pairs to everybody that's listening to this podcast. That'd be the best thing to do. But no, it's so the raffle from his site. The hard part is, so as we all know, you enter on the site and then they'll email you the checkout link and then you have 30 minutes to check out. Problem is, they said within 2 hours, and then within 2 hours nothing happened. They still didn't send out winners. And then they changed it to within an hour. Within an hour, nothing happened. They didn't send out winners. It was all the way until like, I think it ended up being like 8 or 9 Eastern that they finally were sending out winning emails. So, I mean, you have 30 minutes. If you don't check your email within 30 minutes, that checkout link is expired. So you're just supposed to sit on your email all day. I mean, I just feel like there should be better ways to go about it. Like you tweet out like from Travis' account or something. Like have some way of notifying people like, hey, start to check your emails now or something like that. By all means, if you need more time to filter through emails, sure. But that's the one thing I hate about some of these releases is that when they're raffles, there's no follow up after the raffle's done to like tell people like, hey, winners are going out now. Start checking your emails or something like that. I would just appreciate some sort of communication beyond just making people sit and stare at their email all day. That's the issue I have with it.
One thing that just really annoyed me about this release was that I didn't win.
Well, of course, yes. I probably wouldn't be saying any of this if I had won. I wouldn't be complaining about any of this at all. But I don't know. It's just like I just feel like there's probably somebody out there that won that hadn't checked their email for 30 minutes and missed out because they didn't check their email.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like there should be better communication for some of these sneaker releases. Because like at least like for the off-white dunks, there was tons of communication, which I've never seen before from Nike. But there was tons of communication of how the release is going to go. And they gave us details of everything. They told us exactly what's going to happen and how it's all going to go down. Virgil posted about it. Like everything was like, it was good communication. But stuff like this, it's like you just like stringing people along. I mean, just tell them straight up how it is. It's not that hard.
It's a mess.
But it is what it is. But that is all we saw on Friday. And then on Saturday, what is the first thing we saw drop?
So on Saturday, we saw the Nike SB Dunkleo Pro in the Barcelona colorway. Sneakers EU. If you're not in the EU, reshipper. That's all I'm going to say about that. Retail 120, approximate retail 180 through 275. So good opportunity to make some extra bread right there. I was going to go for these. Sadly, I was too busy and didn't go for them. I'm not a fan of the colorway. I don't really like the whole yellow check mark on the red part of the shoe.
Okay.
But I can kind of see maybe like how to look differently because the pictures, it's one thing. You don't really get to see how the suede looks.
True, yeah.
But maybe like in person, it would like it's maybe grow on you. I'm kind of getting like Vans vibe from the sole, so it is like a gum sole.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
but I don't know, man. Overall, I'm not a fan of it that much, but the money was there, so
That's why you just flip it. You're not a fan, it's okay. You'll still be a fan of the flip.
yeah, after the flip, man. Some extra Nobu money, man.
There
Right
you
there.
go.
Yeah, man. Speaking about Nobu, I'm probably gonna show up one day. Go to Malibu. If you want to go with me, man,
If I'm ever down in Malibu, I'll come through.
let me know, man. It's literally just a couple. It's
We'll
like
do-
5 minutes from my house.
Perfect. We'll do the podcast from there.
Sounds good, man. Well, what else happened on Saturday, bro?
So the last thing we saw drop was the Air Jordan 1 High Pollens. These dropped in the US, and then upcoming this week, Europe will get their drop. Retail on them 170. Right now, retail sitting at about 230, 280. These ended up There was a lot of delays. A lot of retailers in the US actually did not end up getting shipment. They got delayed. Foot sites themselves did not fully get shipments and did not have much of a drop. There were some, but not as extensive as what it should have been or was expected to be. We'll see at some point if there's ever more drops in the US, but don't worry, we'll for sure keep you guys updated on that. But Europe will have your chance, and yeah, maybe it's something to consider if you're in the US, but it's definitely ended up being a very solid shoe to cop. But that was the end of the week. Definitely not too bad. Not crazy amount of drops, but not too bad. But don't worry, this upcoming week has you fully covered. So the week of the 15th to the 21st, it's going to be Sunday the 15th today. We're not going to see anything. Monday the 16th, nothing as of now. But Tuesday is when things kick off pretty heavy. We're going to see... This is the third color, right, Luis, of the Bad Bunnies?
Yeah, we had a black one and kind of like a brown one, right?
No, this is the black one. We had pink, brown.
Oh, yeah, pink, yeah.
I think that's it. So I think this is the third one.
Yeah.
So this is the Adidas Forum Buckle Low by Bad Bunny. Retail is $160. Resale is amazing right now. It's like, I think there's sizes all the way up to selling $600. So expected resale, thinking about $300 to $450. I would definitely not sleep on these. Go after them. I don't care if you don't like the shoe. I personally don't really care for the shoe, but who cares? Because you can always just flip it. So definitely look out for these. They're going to be releasing at a good amount of places, but at the end of the day, lots of places I've noticed for Bad Bunnies is that for this shoe specifically is they do a lot of raffles. Not as many first come first serve online as for many other Adidas shoes. So probably is not going to be the easiest shoe to get, but it doesn't matter. It'll be worth it to go after it. But that's not it. There's a few other drops still on Tuesday. What's the next things we'll see, Luis?
So we're also going to see the Air Jordan 1 mid, the Brushstroke paint platter colorway. Man, I can't speak today.
It's a very extensive
Brushstroke
colorway.
Paint splatter.
There you go.
Yeah, it's going to be released in the EU and Nike desktop. Retail 130, approximate resale 140 through 160. It's a mid, it is what it is right there. We're also going to see the Air Jordan 1 low colorway, same thing. Nike desktop EU. Retail 100, approximate resale 115 through 160. It's kind of a better resale than the mid. I don't know, man. I prefer lows over mids because the mid is like a fake one to me, bro.
That's not a bad way of putting it. I've noticed that lows, like if you take the same color of a mid and a low tends to do way better.
Yeah,
so,
recently.
Yeah, that's true. Mids, they definitely had their shine for a very long time. That's what everybody wanted, but maybe everybody's going off of the same opinion as you that they're the knockoff version of a regular Jordan 1 high.
Exactly. But what we do have next is something that's not a knockoff. It's definitely something original. What sneakers coming out?
So the last thing we'll see on Tuesday is the Nike Dunk High Light Chocolate. This is going to drop in Europe on sneakers. Retail on them is $120. We're expecting resale about $150 to $200. Honestly, it's a solid color. Not too much to say about it. It's definitely a solid color. Brown usually does pretty good, so I think these will do decent. So definitely look out to go for those. Not too bad at all. But that's it for Tuesday. And then Wednesday, the 18th. The first thing we'll see is going to be a day of drops in the US. First thing we'll see is the Nike Dunkleo Black Multi Camo. It's going to be dropping in the US sneakers, Foot Locker, everywhere else that usually gets dunks. Retail on them is $110. Resale right now sitting about $135 to $200. I think it'll kind of stay about that. We saw the sale version 2 weeks ago, I believe. I think it was 2 weeks ago those dropped. So this is the black version of those. Those doing pretty good. They kind of kept their resale. It didn't really fluctuate too much after all of these places in the US dropped. So I kind of expect the same for the black. I think these prices, they'll pretty much stay where they're at. So definitely a solid shoe to go for. Maybe focus on some certain sizes because there are some that are a bit cheaper than others. But at the end of the day, definitely something worth it. But then there's a nice pack, a very, very solid pack, also dropping on Wednesday. What is that we're going to see, Luis?
So we're going to see the women's Nike Dunk Low release in the yellow stripe colorway and the purple post colorway. They're both going to release at Sneakers US, Foot Locker, Finish Line, Detail R, Jimmy Jazz, and all that happy jazz stuff. Retail 110, approximate resale for the yellow stripe 140 through 190. But get this is the kicker. The purple pulse colorway is approximate resale $170 through $350. That's crazy. That's a
It
big
is
difference
crazy.
right there.
Yeah, there's sizes they're pushing way over 300 already.
Yeah, that's pushing right there, man. Definitely something to consider, and trying to go after both, but more specifically the purple pulse. That would be pretty cool if you get it, man. Out of both of these, Jamal, which one would you wear?
That's a good question.
And you need to pick one, man. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm not gonna wear them, bro. I don't like them."
For sure.
You need to pick one, man.
Let me take a look. I think I put the same link for both. Let me get a picture of the purple pulse pulled up.
Well, I'll go first then. I'd wear neither
Okay.
of them. Okay, how about that?
Well, if you have to choose one, how can your answer be neither? Come on.
Well, for you, because you always say, "Oh no, bro, I'm only gonna wear my black Adidas."
No, what you're giving me a pretty simple question to answer. I'll answer that. You're saying which of the two would you wear? Personally, I'd probably wear the yellow strike.
Yellow?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know if I can pull off purple. I'd probably wear the yellow strike.
I can kind of see you pulling purple off, but if you say yellow, then yellow.
I appreciate it, but
SpongeBob vibes, bro.
There you go. So if you had to choose out of the two, I got the link pulled up. I got the link posted for you for the purples. You can pull that up if you want. But if you had to choose out of the two, which one would you go with? If you had to choose, don't tell me I wouldn't wear either. If you had to choose of the two,
I'd go with the purple one.
okay.
Yeah, I feel like I can easily combine the purple color because yellow is kind of too loud to be honest. For me, I guess.
Yeah,
just
I got you.
And that color and that color palette, I guess you can say. Like, yeah, I'd go with purple all day. I can kind of like see myself wearing like a white shirt and I don't know what color jeans people wear now. They wear blue, right? I don't know, man. I don't go out anymore.
Black. I don't know.
I don't
All
know.
the colors. Yellow, red, anything. Purple. Just wear purple pants with it.
Purple pants.
There you go.
That's crazy. Yeah, purple ones, purple all day. But yeah, that's it for Wednesday. Wednesday is it's gonna be pretty chill. Nothing too busy. It's gonna be busy, but not that busy. But Thursday is jam packed, man. What's happening on Thursday, Jamal?
So first thing we'll see on Thursday is the women's Air Jordan 14 low by Aleali. These are going to be retailing at $190. Resale expectation is about $240 to $320. Right now, resale is extremely high. I think the cheapest pair so far right now, the cheapest pair is $330. And there's and like size 13 is all the way up right now, sitting about $750. That's what the cheapest price you can get them at right now. So it's solid. I mean, she's established her name. She's a very highly regarded designer at this point. So there's no question about if this shoe will do good or not. The question is how good it will do. It is a Jordan 14 low. Definitely not the best option because it's a low. But at the end of the day, I honestly, the color to me is not that bad. It's. I don't know if I would. I probably wouldn't wear it just for the fact that it's a Jordan 14 low. 14's not my vibe really, but like if you put this color on any other shoe, it would be nice. I like what they did with the shoe. So yeah, I definitely think it's a solid pickup. I would definitely be looking to go after those. But the next thing we'll see is the Air Jordan 4 Retro Grade School DIY. These are going to be dropping in Europe. Foot Locker will be getting them. A few other places, not too many though as of now, but we'll definitely update you if more places start showing that they're going to be dropping them. But retail is $150. Resale expectations about $170 to $230. So nothing outrageous, but definitely solid if you're in Europe to try to go after these. But then there is going to be a massive lineup on sneakers, or not on sneakers, on Nike Desktop in Europe. There's a bunch of shoes dropping all on the same day, and they're all dunks. So we'll break them all down for you. What is the first one that we see drop, Luis?
First one is going to be a Nike Dunk High SC first use, and the grade school size is going to be the green noise colorway. Like Jamal said, EU, Nike Desktop, retail 105, resale 130 through 140 approximately right there. Definitely something to go after, consider going after. I'm not in Europe, so I'm not going to be trying to reship these.
Yeah, I don't think the reshipping will put you over resale pretty much.
Yeah, it'll be definitely over resale, so that's not something I'd consider. But if you are in the EU, or if you think you're going to hit them all, then actually not
Yeah,
even
if you
then,
can like if you can combine them, I guess just throw it in for an extra like $5-10.
maybe I don't know.
Maybe
That's kind of
it's still pushing it. I don't know if the margins still are enough.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a couple more dunks that are coming out. What's the next one releasing, Jamal?
The next one we'll see is the women's Nike Dunkleo Triple White. Retail on those is 100. Resale expectations about 130 to 200. Triple whites usually don't do the best. It's not usually the most regarded color for Jordans, dunks, anything. So I'm not expecting anything. I'm not expecting the moon out of these, but there might be something just for the fact of as of now it's just desktop in Europe. But then there's still another. What's the next one that we'll see?
So we're also going to see a Nike Dunk Low in the grade school size, the Valentine's Day colorway. Retail $85, approximate retail 130 to 200. So this one I can reason reshipping if you get it the correct size.
True.
So definitely it's kind of the move right here on these Valentines, because Valentine's Day is coming up. February, we're almost there. We're almost there.
Not really.
It's
kind of an odd time for them to drop this color, but
we're almost there, dude. What's August,
close
September,
enough, I guess.
October, November, December, January, February.
There you go. You're in it.
Yeah, we're a couple months away.
It's good to plan ahead.
Yeah, we're almost there. But that's not it. We got a couple more releases coming out on Thursday. What are they, Jamal?
So the next one, this will be the last thing of the Europe Nike desktop drops. It's going to be the women's Nike Dunk High Lemon Twist. Retail on them is 110. Resale is pretty dead on a good amount of sizes, but there are certain sizes you can do something with them. Resale is 110 to 175, so they're something I would definitely look out. Make sure you're going for the right size if you're trying to flip, because there are some sizes pretty much at retail, so I would avoid those. But that is the last thing that we see drop for this Nike desktop dunk. What do you want to call it? Fury? I don't know. Not Fury. Bonanza? Whatever you want to call it. The last thing we'll see on Thursday, though, is the Nike Dunk High 1985s in the red acid wash color. Retail on them is 130. Resale expectations about 200 to 300. Right now, I am amazed. When I was looking up the resale prices, I'm amazed the prices these things are sitting at. Right now, the cheapest pair is $275. Go all the way up to size 12 and 13. I don't believe these prices. I don't think anybody's buying them at that. But right now, they're listed at $750 and $1,000 for size 13.
Mm-hmm.
But no matter what, at the end of the day, I mean, when you're looking at the cheapest pair you can get right now is $275. That's pretty impressive. This, I think, will show if this is a model to stick around for a long time or if it'll kind of get pushed aside by Nike. But as of now, it looks like the Dunk High 1985s are here to stay, and we'll start to see a lot of colors of them, which is not too bad because it's definitely something nice to flip. And if you're into this style, it's nice personals. But yeah, that's going to be dropping on sneakers around the world. You're going to see them in Europe, in the US, and then on a bunch of other sites. But don't worry, we'll get you covered with every place that's going to be dropping them. But that is the final thing for Thursday. Thursday is definitely the busiest day of the week. But then when we go on to Friday, definitely something solid to go after. What do we see happen on Friday, Luis?
So on Friday, we're going to see the Undefeated Nike Dunk Low 5 on it. It's going to release on sneakers. They are released on Undefeated last week. So if you didn't get them then, you can get them this week. Retail 120, approximate retail 150 through $230. We're also going to see the Undefeated Nike Air Force 1 Low 5 on it. So we're seeing the Dunks and the Air Forces released same day. Same thing, sneakers, retail 120, resale 160 through $240. So just a small difference in resale right there. So definitely something to go after. I'm definitely going to go after these, seeing as I took an L last week. I think, Jamal, you got a couple of these, right?
I got one of each on Undefeated, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Jamal kept getting passed through the queue, but me, no. I'd get to the queue and it'd be like, yeah, it's in stock, and then I'd get to the end or to check out, and then it'd say too many requests.
I hate when that happens because that's not even on you. That's just the system, their bot protection, not knowing what's a bot and what's not.
It was frustrating.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
What's not frustrating? It's Saturday morning. Saturday morning is one of the best day of the week. What's happening on Saturday, Jamal?
So first thing we'll see drop on Saturday is the Adidas Yeezy Boost 350 V2 light color. This is what the countdown on Yeezy supply as of now is expected to be for. So this is what we should see be this is what we should see dropping on Saturday. Of course, there'll be full confirmations soon enough, so we will definitely start letting you know what's happening with that drop. But retail on them is $220, expected resale about $240 to $280. These basic colors on 350s, I think they'll always have resale until people just don't want Yeezy 350s anymore. But it'll definitely be solid to go after. I would look out to go after these because I honestly don't think there's ever been a 350 V2 that went for or under retail. I think there's always been some resale on all 350 V2s. I could be mistaken. Maybe there's a pair that's slipping my mind that I can't think about, but I don't think there's ever been one, unless you can think of one, Luis.
No.
Yeah, so always good to go after 350 V2s. People still want them, still in high demand, so not too bad. But that's not it. There's still a few other drops. What is the next few things we see, Luis?
So we're also going to see the Air Jordan 1 High in the pollen colorway. It's going to release Sneakers EU, Foot Locker EU, BST, and other place in the EU that usually get Jordans. Retail 170, approximately retail $210 to $260. We're also going to see the Air Jordan 1 Low pollen release on Nike desktop. So that's going to be kind of interesting right there. Retail 100, approximately retail 115 through 160. So it's going to be a very pollen Saturday.
That is very true.
Last but not
very true.
Yeah, but last but not least, we have one more release. What's the last one, Jamal?
The last thing is going to be the Air Jordan 12 Retro Utility. These are going to be dropping in the US. Retail on them is $190. They're actually doing amazing right now. I think they're all over $300. So definitely solid thing to go after. But expected resale after the drop, we're thinking about $220 to $300. So definitely still something to be considering. Not too bad at all. Definitely a nice way to end off the week. And they'll be dropping at every place that usually gets Jordan's, Foot Locker, sneakers, all the good stuff. But that's all we got for you today. It's definitely finally a very busy week. It'll be nice to have things back in action again.
Back in action, man. Back in action. Thank you for listening to Drop Time, the self-proclaimed #1 podcast to cover the latest sneaker releases.
And make sure that you follow us over on Twitter. That is the key to your success. You follow us over on Twitter, you get those post notifications on, and that is how you find your success, because then you get alerted right when things happen, restocks happen. We'll give you updates on drops, all of that good stuff. But then you can also find us over on Instagram. That's where you see some early looks at some shoes, also daily updates on what's coming out the next day. And then for the podcast, you can listen to this over on Spotify, Apple Music, all the major streaming platforms. But then we also upload it to YouTube. So if you enjoy listening to this on YouTube, that's definitely a place you can catch us out. But hopefully you are ready for the busyness. Make sure you're keeping up. Make sure you get those post notifications on so you don't miss out of the crazies that is going on. On
behalf of the Drop Time team, we wish you good luck, good health, and good vibes all around. Peace.